Well, welcome to this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports, and we have been here at New England Dragway for the New England Nationals, and what a great experience. You went last year as the first time. You were a rookie, and you've talked it up all year. We brought like 8 new rookies in our crew, and another great down here, weather-wise, race-wise, experience-wise, and tell people what they're missing.
Well, I'll tell you, if you weren't here, it's almost impossible to describe this event. Last year was my first one. This was the second. It was just as exciting. When those cars launch, it's like no experience I've ever witnessed. I've been around racing my whole life. Standing right here on the fence, we're probably, 20 yards from the racetrack. They're zipping by. You feel it in your chest. You feel it in the ground. I really honestly cannot tell you that you need to check out this event.
So they come every summer. The track just continues to impress with the experience that they give you, the environment, the VIP experience, the access to the drivers, the hospitality of the whole facility. And we call it Camp Mainly Motorsports, and we partner up with White Mountain Motorsports Park. We brought people like Mike Rowe, been in racing his entire life, never been to an event like this. Part of our rookie crew, rookie crop we call them, and just everybody just amazed at all of it. And I'm already looking forward to next year, and I can't wait to come back. We had 40 people here with us, Dan.
40
Camp
people.
Mainly Motorsports. People stop by, they see us, we hang banners on the fence. We encourage you to stop by and grab something to eat, a drink, and they did. And what a great experience.
Part of the fun for me was, like you said, last year, my first experience, but watching the first timers this year, and it's just such a blast. We have such a great time, and I really cannot just stress enough how I highly recommend you put this on your Motorsports Do Not Miss calendar.
Yeah, so if you get a chance to follow along with the NHRA on Fox Sports 1 and see what they are and really make plans. Next year, make plans to be a part of this event. Whether it's, because it's tough. A lot of us race locally on Friday nights or Saturday. So if you can make one of those nights, great. Come down Sunday. I know we're talking a year in advance and telling you what to do, but I'm telling you won't be disappointed.
Yes, I mean, every ticket gets you access to the pit area. The drivers and the teams are right out there in the open. They're very accessible. It's one of the most fan-friendly events that I've ever been to for any sport. It's just, from start to finish, it's just perfect.
No, absolutely. So we encourage you next year. We got a great show planned today. We just finished our day over here over in Epping at New England Dragway at the New England Nationals. We'll see you definitely in 2019, but we got a great show planned today. Some highlights from Lee. We're going to hear from Bill Quirk talking about what they got coming up over at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, their one and only cup race, sponsored by Foxwoods, and going to be a great time over there. And just July's a great month for motorsports. We had, some great highlights that are going to be from the Pro All-Star Series race. I'm excited. And the Snowball Derby's just around the corner.
Yeah, pretty soon we'll be back in Florida. It'll be December, and like you said, a lot of big events still to go. We still got Loudon, we still have the Oxford 250. You still got all kinds of tour races. That the weekly tracks are really kicking into high gear, and the excitement's are building there. So listen, folks, it may be July, but it's just kicking into high gear here.
No, absolutely. So we're going to take a break. When we really enjoyed our time down here. Can't thank the facility, New England Dragway, Joe Lombardo, Wanda, the Ad Result Group that really takes care of us. I mean, when I tell you they appreciate us, they called Saturday night and checked on us to make sure everything went fluid for us getting in the weekend, and we were all set, and we had the tickets we needed and all of it. And I can't ask for any more, and that's why we really want to do our part in supporting them and help this event grow as big as it possibly can. And they got some other big events coming on, Funny Cars, Under the Stars, and all that. So you get a chance to come down here and support them. I encourage you. We're going to take a break. We come back. We got some great racing highlights over to Lee USA Speedway, which is just 10 minutes up the road.
You don't have to wait until the end of camping season to get your best price. Hi, I'm Scott from Scott's Recreation. We're starting our end of season sale now. We have over 300 campers in stock, and every unit is on sale, even the 2019s. Up to $16,000 off travel trailers, up to $30,000 off fifth wheels and motorhomes, up to $40,000 off toy haulers. Ask about our bi-weekly payment program to save you even more money. Financing available, trades welcome.
Scott's Recreation, Turner and Manchester, Maine. Wiscasset Speedway is back, and we have the cure for your need for speed. Maine's biggest and fastest proudly presents 8 featured divisions, including Pro Stocks, late models, 4-cylinder Pro Stocks, modifieds, and more. Plus special features throughout the season, including the Nell Car Legends, the Wicked Good Vintage Racers, the NEMA Midgets, Enduros, and more. All this fun, all this excitement, all for just $5. Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road, Wiscasset. Online at Facebook and WiscassetSpeedway.com.
Ignition won't turn? Wait, don't tow it. It may just be a one key. Hi, I'm Jim Broadhurst, owner of E-Keys for Cars of Saco. At E-Keys for Cars, we'll diagnose your problem over the phone and give you a firm quote. No bait and switch here. Whenever or wherever you're stuck, E-Keys for Cars will come to you. Call E-Keys for Cars in Saco, the fast, affordable fix for your car key and lock needs.
E-Keys, they raise the bar. E-Keys for Cars.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by LKQ Core. Any part, any repair, anywhere. Located on Route 202 in Gorham.
Wiscasset Speedway, Maine's biggest and fastest, with $5 admission every weekend and loads of family fun. Check us out at WiscassetSpeedway.com.
Bentley Saloon, Route 1 in Arundel. Stop by and see why me and my friends say, who has more fun than us? We do.
Well, welcome back to Mainely Motorsports, and if Bill Quigley's in the house, it means only one thing.
It's got to be race week.
It's race week, and it's time, and real exciting time. I mean, all winter long, it was like everybody you talked to, oh no, they lost a race. Oh no, it don't matter.
Well, the funny part about it is we didn't lose the race. I know exactly where it went. We didn't call the state police. There was no bolo sent out. It was the right sizing of NASCAR, and you and I have talked about it, started about 10 years ago. And reality is that our fans were not going to both races. We only had about 2,000 accounts, 2,500 accounts, was about 7,000 tickets that went to both races. So, when you look at it in the New England racing community, and after 2008 when the economy changed, it wasn't there. The crowds weren't there, which was evident. Yeah. But, the crowds are consuming this sport in a completely different way. There's such a great digital product. The phenomenal side of looking at your phone and your tablet and your computer and your 90-inch television, but as we all know, there's still nothing like going from turn 1 to turn 4, 12 feet from the catch fence, when 40 of the best drivers in the world will converge on our speedway this week. It's an exciting weekend. They're all moving in. Camping actually is up for this race. Our tickets are up for this race. And it was when we're building the sport, when we're talking about those next generation of fans, when can parents bring their kids? During summer. So we're telling people is make racing part of your vacation. Come to the Speedway Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe start at the Hauler Parade on Thursday, and then, after you go, head over to Maine, go up to New Hampshire, go over to Vermont, go on your vacation, and make it a tie-in with the actual racetrack itself. There's certainly a lot of stuff going on this weekend.
Oh, my goodness. And, it reminds me of a carnival.
You know
what I mean?
The circus shows up.
There's just so much going on. And it culminates with the race on Sunday. And there's other races that the build up and the hype. And, let's think of those competitors. Not so much the Xfinity because they get it every week. But these K&N guys. We got one name in particular, Reed Lampfer.
Yep.
Just come off a big Pro All-Star Series win. Won the short track showdown.
Yep.
Got an opportunity in a K&N ride with a lot of local support. He's going to have a huge fan base there, and he's racing on the big stage. He might not be the main event, but he's on the big stage.
And that's exactly what the K&N's about. It's giving those drivers that chance at the K&N level, the truck level. You think about the K&N series, East and West. And these are some of the up-and-coming drivers that are going to hit the Speedway in the next 10 years. But the fun part about it, as you indicated, it's not just about the Cup race on Sunday. There's 3 races on Saturday, and Friday afternoon we've got, our All-Star modified race as well. Yep. So we're going to be one of the few speedways this year that has the Whelen modifieds 3 times this year. Not only Friday, not only Saturday, which is arguably one of the best races of the weekend, but then as we're bringing back at the Full Throttle Fall Weekend again in the fall. So we're really connecting with home tracks and a lot of these drivers, and because we want them to have that opportunity to be on the big stage. And as you and I both know it's like Indy for those Whelen modified guys to actually hit that track.
It's crazy, and there's so much happening. Like you mentioned, the Hall of Parade, that grows each year, and, the kids and, the drivers of the haulers, they get into it, throwing some hats out, some once in a while. I think last year down there, Kevin Harvick with his son was in there. You know what I mean? So then, that kicks it off, and now then everybody really gets into that race mode, and then with practice and qualifying, and and like you mentioned, and then Friday night the Pit Crew Challenge, the modified teams. And,
that's huge.
What's funny about that, and I'm just going to say it. That's a party. They come to a party and they hand them a pit gun and some tires. I mean, those guys love it. You know what I mean? They put the driver in the car. He's having a nice, cold, refreshing drink while he's got. It's really a good time, and they still want to win.
Absolutely.
But it's really, it's just fun. It's letting the guys, be themselves.
And do what they love to do.
Yep.
And sometimes you'll actually get a team from the Xfinity or the K&N series that hear there's a Pit Crew Challenge, and they'll want to come out and test their team against some of these young guys. And in fact, I think the first year we did it, if you remember, I think somebody actually went back because they put the tire down on the actual air hose, and to get the time, he actually lifted the back end of the modified to get the weight out of it.
It's an amazing time. We're there to assist, and
thank you for your help, because that's awesome.
Oh yeah, no, it's good. My brother loves it, and you guys take care of him, and because there's allowed to have a little refreshment, he's happy. I'm glad he ain't running the time clock. But then you bring us into the weekend and Saturday, and then the qualifying for the Xfinity, and then the mods and the K&N and the Xfinity. I mean, 3 races.
It's arguably one of the best racing tickets in New England. It's $35. It's cheap. And even if you want to come in on Friday, and one of the things that people don't understand is we're trying to build that next generation of fan is families. Racing, it was a huge part of your family, and you don't have to have a car like you did, but you want to bring your kids. You want to see generations of people, grandparents that used to come in the 90s, and they taught their kids, and now they're bringing their grandkids actually to the Speedway itself. But what SMI's done is now every kid ticket Friday and Saturday, 12 and under, is free. You come in for free. So if you've got the best seat in the house, and that seat's available next to you, that's fine. You get to take that. Friday and Saturday are GA, so that's pretty easy. But on Sunday, you could actually sit in the VIP section, and if there's a seat next to you for your 11-year-old, we'll sell it to you for $10. Because we know that's going to help dictate that next generation of fan.
When the kids are hooked and they're loving it, the parents love it.
They are, and let's face it, our opening price point ticket, even for Cup Weekend, is $35. So it's still the most cost-effective national sport that there is out there. You don't have to sit.
Fenway.
You ain't parking at Fenway for $35.
Yeah, exactly, $50. So no, you're absolutely right, Bill, and you guys do a tremendous job. And it's funny, and I what happened to you guys last year, no different than what happens to people in everyday life. And I tell people, you can either pout, you can sulk, or you can dig your heels in. And that's exactly what, from yourself, Dave McGrath, Danielle, your whole staff over there at New Hampshire Motor Speedway did. You guys dug your heels in. You've come up with a great weekend, a sponsor that's New England based, and everybody knows.
Incredible.
Foxwoods.
The Foxwoods Resort Casino 301, that's a 3-year partnership. And we're now working together to try to bring more people into the stadium and put more people in beds down at Foxwoods. Just a phenomenal team, as you said, New England based, loves the sport, just is absolutely gravitated to us. In fact, we're even doing some things if people move in early, because our average camping time for this week is about 6 or 7 days, where if we go to the fall race, it's like 2 or 3. We're actually running a bus for some of our campers down to Foxwoods for a day trip. So we're even doing stuff like that where people can go out and have fun, taking the bus, picking them up at the bathhouse, and driving them down to Foxwoods to gamble for the day.
Thinking outside the box, and that's what. I don't care what business you're in. You got to think outside the box, and that's a great idea.
Well, and this whole week, as I've got a big picture in my office, and it's a big picture of the stands. And people ask, "What do you do?" I said, all we do is everything we do is about them, and them is all the fans that come. We just think they're family, they're friends. Besides just being a fan, I personally get texts, holiday weeks, from people saying, "Hey, Bill, I'm doing a Daytona party. You have to come to the house." I've got another couple that's actually going to get married. They're sit in the stands on Tuesday or Wednesday this week, and they're actually going to get married because this is the place where they love to be with their friends. And our activity is going to start as early as Wednesday. Foxwoods is going to sponsor a bingo night, and then Thursday night we've got the Hauler Parade. We've got bands and all the different stuff, the trackside live stage that's going to be up there, you know, on Friday and Saturday night, the fan zone is going to be bigger than ever. We're even bringing a modified in to talk about the Full Throttle Fall Weekend, because a lot of people don't realize that the purse just for that race in the fall is $181,000. It's $25,000 to win, $25,000 in lap money, and then $131,000 of additional money for that Full Throttle Fall Weekend.
Which is huge, and we're going to do a lot with you guys to promote that. But we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk some more about what's coming up over there, and you know, just it's a big deal. And there's something else to try to help you promote, you know, the sport. There's a car going to be local with a driver, local, right here in Arundel, Maine. So we'll take a break, and we'll be right back here on Mainly Motorsports.
Hi, I'm Johnny Wolf. Here at 21st Century Motors, we've been in business since 1972, and we take pride in our work. We have a large selection of pre-owned vehicles that are clean and ready. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. We're experts at getting your car financed, whether you have good, bad, or no credit. We purchase vehicles several times a week, so there's always plenty to choose from. Come on in and make a deal today at 21st Century Motors in Gorham, or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
Don't deal with just anybody to seal coat your driveway or business this season. Call Black Magic. They bring over 20 years of experience in seal coating and crack filling. Black Magic's skilled team makes sure the job is always done right, on schedule with quality workmanship at a fair price. Protect your investment in your driveway by getting it sealed with Black Magic.
Ooh, Black Magic.
My name is Scott. This is Devin. We're the owners of Black Magic Seal Coating. Let us earn your business today. You'll be glad you did.
For a trusted name in residential and commercial site work in the southern Maine area, call Peter Pettit Excavating. We can handle everything from the complete house lot to those nasty water and sewer line repairs. Septic systems are another area that we specialize in. During the snow season, Pettit Excavating has the equipment to handle any size job.
And when the race season arrives, be sure to follow the number 7 Hewitt's Family Restaurant Chevrolet on the past Super Late Model Tour.
Call 207-282-9305 to get the job done right. That's Peter Pettit Excavating.
Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports, and we're here with Bill Quigley, and one of the busiest guys on the grounds, you know, as everything's happening this week. But really, you get excited about it, don't you?
I do. You know, it's all of our friends coming back, you know, and I spend a lot of time just literally on foot walking through. We'll have over 4,000 campers on property. We'll have all of the events and all the little things, and it's the little stuff that actually makes it fun. Speedway Children's Charities does a golf tournament where, you know, there'll be different drivers that'll actually be there. Little known fact is you can actually take a helicopter ride up on the helicopter landing pads, and you can sign up right with Speedway Children's Charities. We have a track walk where, you know, Saturday night people come in and they can literally walk along the track, and that's a fundraiser for Speedway Children's Charities. There's so much going on that you just kind of get caught up in the excitement, and that team, our team, works tirelessly all year, but when it becomes race week, we really kick it into high gear.
Well, and it's rewarding to see the fans coming and experiencing it, and the rookies. I call them rookies. You know, the
first-time fans.
First-time fans.
Yeah.
To know you're playing a part in a special experience.
All we want to do is let them make them smile and have fun, because that's what it's all about. We can't control what's on the track. The teams, the drivers, NASCAR, you know, all the sanctioning bodies control all of that. Ours is about the experience, from our parking team, who make sure you get where you need to be quickly, to the food service team, to the event staff, to the operations staff, just to make it fun for the weekend. Our whole goal is just to make you smile. And if you love racing, yeah, there's all the talk about, well, we don't go to NASCAR, we only do this. I've spent most of my spring and summer at short tracks, from New Smyrna Beach to Myrtle Beach to Seekonk to I can't even tell you. It's just been every weekend we've been at another short track talking about racing to race fans. You know, and with the new stage winning, looking just the past 2 weeks, look at those races have been. There's been some pretty exciting finishes. You know, when you look at what's actually going on, the stage racing, but talk about champions in their prime. You think about these drivers today, and you look at the big three. You look at Kyle Busch, you look at Kevin Harvick, you look at Martin Truex. Think about those guys and just what they're doing on the tracks this year. It's incredible. You know, so if you're going to watch champions in their prime, how do you miss this weekend?
Two of those guys you mentioned, what I consider two of the biggest short track supporters. Kevin Harvick,
Absolutely.
Kyle Busch.
And Martin Truex, remember, grew up on short tracks in South Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
So
No,
Jimmy was
absolutely.
there too. So,
you know, those other two continue to give back.
100%. And then you look at Kyle Larson, whoever all of a sudden will just show up at a dirt track and have fun with it. These guys like to drive. They just want to get up on the wheel. They're racers.
They're true racers.
They
and,
are.
You know, and they're going to put on a great show.
Oh, absolutely.
You mentioned the K&N. You know, having the local boy, Reed Lamford.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 10 years ago, would he have made it? Would he have been that next step? Would he have, you know? But, you know, he's a threat.
Think about Ryan Preece.
Yeah.
Think about
What
Ryan
he's done.
Preece.
You know, what he's done and bring the attention back to the Northeast. So, you know, a great chance to see him in the Xfinity car on Saturday, the mod on Saturday. Ryan Newman always runs a mod. You know, that Saturday ticket is
It's a heck of a ticket.
for $35.
If you like
Absolutely.
racing, how do you miss it?
Absolutely.
It's a long day.
Oh, yeah.
It's a long day, but as you said, with practice, qualifying, and 3 different races, I'll tell you that our team at the end of that day, and we get there, people don't understand how early we get there, but we have 1,000 volunteers that show up for that weekend as well. You know, and if you want to come out and say hello to me, I'll probably be standing on a fold-up chair in front of a whole bunch of people that are volunteering for their charities to work with us to do certain things, and literally we're just welcoming them to the family because we can't do what we do, which is entertain thousands of people without those volunteers and that phenomenal team that we have at New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
Absolutely. And I encourage everybody to be that race fan, be that supporter of what you guys are doing.
Get back out there and see it.
Yeah, and it's your only chance. Now you can't say, well, I'm going in the fall. There ain't no fall.
Right.
There is for full throttle, but
not
so
Monster
much
Energy
for- not
NASCAR Cup
Monster
Series.
Energy, exactly, it's your one chance. Before we let you go,
Yes, sir.
I want to talk about full throttle. This unique package of a 250 lap modified race. I don't want to be able to break it to you. I don't think they're going to race 250 laps like we watch them race 100. And if they do, oh my God, you won't have a seat left because all the edges are going to be worn off because, you know, those modifieds down there. And it doesn't have to be the NASCAR mods because we saw it with the Short Track Showdown. The Valente mods. That is a track built for modified racing, and
There's no doubt about that. And we've actually extended invitations through the series director, Jimmy Wilson, and David McGrath. We've extended invitations to those people that are running the other modified series, whether it's the Valente, the All-American, or the SKs. You know, we want them all to come to that line in September. And as you said, that track for modifieds, it was kind of built for it. It's their Indy. And when we give them the Cup Garage for modified for that weekend, for the Full Throttle Fall weekend, and they come out and race the Musket 250, that's what it's going to be called.
Yeah.
The cool part about it is we're actually having a custom musket given as the prize with a tricorn hat that will be given. The same thing we gave to Dale Earnhardt Jr. when he retired a year ago.
Yeah.
That's going to be the trophy that we're going to hand him at the Musket 250. And, you know, in the 250 lap, you know, it's a tough race for them, but that's why there's also $25,000 in lap money. It's $100 a lap, so you know we wanted to make sure that it's not a high-speed parade. We've got a series of backers. That big banner is going to be up at the fan zone where you can come see all the stuff and actually find out more about the modified. New Hampshire Motor Speedway, we're also, if you do come by, we're going to have this huge 50 by 50 area that's going to have some cover and some comfortable seats, and that's where, you know, the people are loud and proud will check in. Kind of an informational tent, welcome, play games, see what's going on with the Full Throttle Fall weekend, and if we just need help, I mean, at 1,100 acres, you know, for those rookies, the first-time fans, it can be a little overwhelming when you get out of your car and you're a mile from the actual stadium itself. But remember when you get there, as we talked earlier, parking's free. You're still allowed to bring in a cooler. It's got to fit under your seat. Don't bring glass. But if you run out of water, Cheerios, celery, beer, Coke, whatever's in your little cooler, we don't care if you go back to your car and refill. You know, it is really a family-friendly location. You know, in Speedway Motorsports, across all of our speedways, you know, we just adopt that it is a fans-first attitude. You know, and we're here for you. So at every turn, you'll see me somewhere running around either in a suit and a tie, which I hate, you know. But, you know, the reality of it, it looks like right now the weather looks pretty spectacular. It looks pretty cool nights. We got through that New England bake of last week, which was great. So I think it's going to be a phenomenal weekend for racing.
No, I think you're right. And we appreciate you. I mean, you are so passionate about this event, this track. I mean, you can see the energy level. You know what I mean? Maybe they ought to think about putting you in one of them mods come September. You know, you run the tires right off it. But, You know, it's good, and you know, you put a lot of work in, and the entire staff does, and you know, we're going to get this back, and it's going to be successful, and it's going to continue to grow.
Well, we're looking forward to it. You know, the team is phenomenal. We appreciate all your support of all the short tracks. We're reaching back, as we said, into that home track crowd and really spending time with those real core New England and Canadian race fans. And when we get into Full Throttle Fall Weekend, when we bring the Pinties down from Canada, that's going to be a whole nother world as well. And in the K&N race, we're actually going to bring in the points leaders from the Euro Whelen Series and also the Mexico Peak Series. So that's going to be the first K&N World race as well. So we're not, you know, we're not letting grass grow under our feet. We're literally looking at this speedway. There's a lot of new announcements to come in the months to come. We're just going to have fun down there, you know,
absolutely.
And put it on a show for race fans, including yourself, Mr. Perry.
But the first scene starts with the Foxwoods 301 entire weekend. Make sure you get down and support them. NHMS.com.
NHMS.com. Come to the Foxwood Resort Casino 301. It is Sunday, the 22nd of July. It's going to be a blast, and it'll be even better when you show up.
Football fans, have we got a deal for you? VIP Tour and Charter Bus Company is offering round-trip transportation to Gillette Stadium to watch the New England Patriots make another run for the Super Bowl. Ride in style knowing we're doing the driving. So if you've got a ticket, we've got your ride. It doesn't get any better than that. Just log on to VIPChartercoaches.com, click on the Browse Book Tour button, and book your trip today. It's that simple. Relax and leave the driving to us, and we'll leave the tailgating to you.
Patman's Redemption and Agency Liquor Store is located at 95 Tanberg Trail in Windham, Maine. With over 400 feet of hard liquor and 15 doors of ice-cold beer and soda, Patman's can handle all of your beverage needs. And if it's wine on your agenda, we have over 300 varieties in stock. Then when the party's over, Patman's can handle all of your main returnables, and we welcome all bottle drives. And if you're late for the race, drop off the bottles and pick up the cash at your convenience.
Hey, this is Pat Man himself, just letting you know that Pat Man's is your one-stop shop for all your thirsty needs.
Wiscasset Speedway is back, and we have the cure for your need for speed. Maine's biggest and fastest proudly presents 8 featured divisions, including Pro Stocks, late models, 4-cylinder Pro Stocks, modifieds, and more. Plus special features throughout the season, including the Nell Car Legends, the Wicked Good Vintage Racers, the NEMA Midgets, Enduros, and more. All this fun, all this excitement, all for just $5. Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road, Wiscasset. Online at Facebook and WiscassetSpeedway.com.
Mainely Motorsports, brought to you by
Scotch Recreation. Whether you're thinking about your first camper or looking to upgrade your current one, Scotch Recreation can help you. Get both our Route 202 Manchester and our Route 4 Turner locations and online at ScotchRecreation.com.
Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports, and from the big track in New Hampshire to the short tracks at Lee USA Speedway. We were there last Friday night as the Granite State Pro Stock Series made their first of 2 visits to the now owned by the Wren family oval right there in Lee, New Hampshire. So great night of racing in all the divisions, the support divisions. Mainly Motorsports brought their big hardware as it was Mainly Motorsports night, sponsoring the awards with R&R Tool Supply, Jimmy Renfro, big supporter of short track racing. So really had a good time. Congratulations to all the winners, and enjoy the highlights from the support divisions as well as the Granite State Pro Stock Series. going straight to now, maybe on the high side of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, that's your battle. Into the body, they're running strong, they're running hard with a number, start off the number 4 corner. Out of the turn, off the turn, down the chute they go. And the turn now has his hands over that Mainely. Off the turn, they're going to get the frost flags on the flag stand. It's going to be the halfway. Association Pigeon in the midweek show down at Seacon Speedway. Never been into a pigeon in his life and not won the qualifying heat. Track and continued his winning ways. Always around and running hard and always back on the outside. Now the open.
Down into turn 1. Nice even start into the main straightaway. Well, Kuster Chevrolet and Racing Service.
Welcome to Mainely Motorsports.
To order a copy of this show, send a check or money order for $15, including shipping and handling to Mainely Motorsports, 2 Main Street, Suite 17-103, Biddeford, Maine, 04005. And please add the show number in the description of the show.
Hi, I'm Andy Austin with exciting news about a new division of Beech Ridge Motor Speedway designed to bring new people to weekly racing. Here's series founder Dan Wolf.
Thanks, Andy. Our goal was to create cheap, easy-to-build race cars. Bone stock production cars with a simple 4-point roll cage and proper safety equipment.
We've named them the 21st Century Motors Street Devils. Our 2017 rulebook and schedule are available at beechridge.com and at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
The future of auto racing has always been streetcar divisions because of the low cost.
Some folks are building cars and sharing the driving duties. There's even an all-star car to allow celebrities to try out the Street Devil and a 2-seat driver's ed car so you can take a few laps.
Get information about our mentor program, low-cost safety equipment, roll cage kits, and videos on how to build one at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
So, form a team, build a car, and come join us this summer as we kick off the 21st Century Motors Street Devil division at Beech Ridge Motor Speedway.
Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports. In the last segment, you saw Joey Squiglia, Joe the Show, as I like to call him, win the Granite State Pro Stock Series race over at Lee USA Speedway. And what that did, besides making him a big winner that night, was lock him into the $10,000 to win U.S. Pro Stock Super Late Model National Championship event at Seekonk coming up this Wednesday. And on the phone we have Gary Sagar, who is the promoter of this event. And yeah, not a bad guy to add to the starting lineup for that race, huh, Gary?
Certainly it's a great addition. Yep, we look forward to him and all the other competitors. I'm sure they're going to put on a heck of a show.
This race, you know, started a few years ago. Last year you had the weather hiccup, but it still ended up being a great race. And what seems to be happening now, the guys that come, they come back every year. And then it brings some new guys, some quality guys like Joe Squiglia this year, some other guys, that it's just continuing to grow as one of those marquee super late model events up here in the Northeast.
You know, it's interesting. I just was going through the computer one day, and I think it was Wikipedia that compared this event to the Snowball Derby, which I don't way to go to match the Snowball Derby, but it's certainly nice to be talked within the same lines as that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And car count registration's up. You got some quality guys. You got some locked-in guys. Should be a great event, and now you just need the weather gods to be on your side, huh, Gary?
You know, that's the one variable that nobody has any control over, that's for sure.
You know,
if I could just take a moment, and I'd like to thank all the tracks and the series that worked with me to make this happen. Wiscasset, Beech Ridge, Seekonk, the Granite State Pro Stocks, they've all been great partners. You know, back in the day, Pro Stocks originated at Seekonk Speedway, and the first victory of any driver was a driver by the name of Frank Carpenter on August 2nd, 1978. So it's like the 40-year anniversary, and Frank is coming back as our Grand Marshal.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, so we wanted to take some history, and you know, it's as history evolves, and I know we're all getting older. When I was at Wiscasset, one of the 84 Pro Stock team, driven by Jamie Wright, his dad came over, Kenny, and reintroduced himself to me, and Kenny remembers the day of running the open shows at Seekonk in the old NEPSA series, so there was some nostalgia and some history certainly there.
No, absolutely. And you know, you got a neat little format. You take a 100-lap break, you run the race, put another one in the middle, gives them a chance for some adjustments, you know, put 4 tires on. And the night, it really run efficiently, and that's what me, as a race fan first and foremost, like about your program, Gary. It's very efficiently run.
Well, I've got some good people around me, the staff at Seekonk, and with Jeff Zeidemer as my chief technical director, I mean, he's second to none. I mean, he's a sought-after asset right now, working with the Granite State and in Lee and with the tri-track. So, and he brings a lot of respectability and credibility to the operation also. So Jeff is a good guy, former racer. He only stopped racing because of his health. He'd still love to be out there, and it's great that he's back, still staying in the sport. And yep, we do. We try to do the best we can.
Now talk about the day, what time things get going, Gary, and how people can find out about tickets and what the price is, and how they can find out additional information.
Well, we've kept the ticket price the same. The general admission is $25 and the pits are $35. We're going to time the front gates are going to open at 4. We're going to time trial at 4:30, so the program is ready to get underway at 6 o'clock. Now, what we've added for this year also, too, Steve, is the fact that we'd love to have as many people from up north come down and join us, but we recognize it's a Wednesday night. So Speed 51 is going to do the pay-per-view again, so anybody that can't make it down, that just gives them a second option. No,
that's nice. And the ones that want to come down and stay the night or come the night early, David Dowling and his family always works with you and trying to help people get a hotel room at an affordable rate, correct?
Right. That's the Clarion Inn, right on Fall River Avenue, about a mile and a half from the track, and just mention the going to the race, and you'll get the race's price.
No, that's awesome. So, it's going to be another great one. We're going to have Brandon Simmons down there once again covering it for us. It's one of his, he's at Wiscasset every week, but it's when that schedule comes out, he circles it on his calendar. He loves this race. He loves what you do, and he's proud to be a part of it. And I appreciate, everything you do for us. And, and like I told you, we're going to, little surprise for your national qualifier guys. We'll send some plaques down and make sure that you can present those before the before the evening and give them a little memory of winning the qualifying events.
Yep. And one other part of the show too that we're doing is we have the legends, and I've talked to a couple of main legend drivers. It's an INX point race for any of the legend drivers that want to come down, and we're doing a 25-lap memorial to Jim Darlington with the Pro 4 Modifieds. Jim was a long-time car owner, and his car now is going to be re-entered with a number from another car. Another car is going to renumber it in honor of Jim, the number 73, and that is chauffeured by NEMA Race Randy Cabral.
No, that's pretty neat. A lot of good things happening, Gary.
Yes, yep, and we're trying to get it all in into one program and get it out at a respectable time too. That's why we're starting at 6, so we can get it done at a respectable hour, recognizing people have to travel.
Yeah, so that's Wednesday, July 18th. Hopefully weather is not an issue. It's going to be a great time. Some of the best super late model drivers in all of New England will converge on the Seekonk Speedway for the 10,000 to win U.S. Pro Stock Super Late Model National Championship event, Gary. And we'll have coverage, like I said, promoting you and encouraging people to go down and be a part of it and see if somebody can unseat Derek Griffith. I mean, he's been good the last couple of years. And last year we had a couple of Northerners, Reed Lamper, Garrett Hall. I know they're both coming back. Joey Pohl, he deserves to win this race, as I feel he's lost it 2 years in a row. So should be a good one.
Yeah, Reed and Garrett both have guaranteed starting positions, and Scott Lamford told me in the victory lane there at New Hampshire that they led 30 laps in that race and they had some problems at the end, but they definitely feel they're coming back to win it. So that should add to a little bit of the excitement. There's some great drivers. There'll be some great competition, some great racing, and we look forward to everybody coming down and joining us.
No, and we'll have highlights. If you can't be there, you can tune in to Speed 51, or you can tune in to Mainly Motorsports next week, and we'll have some highlights. So we wish you the best of luck. We'll be in touch, and we'll look forward to just another great race. And last year and the year before, great finishes, and that's all you can ask for.
Right, and Steve, I want to thank you too for all you do for motorsports. You're a great asset, and you're a great friend of the sport, so thank you.
Oh, I appreciate it. So that's Gary Sagar, the promoter of the big event at Seekonk for the Super Late Models, Wednesday night, July 18th.
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
Hi, I'm Johnny Wolf. Here at 21st Century Motors, we've been in business since 1972 and we take pride in our work. We have a large selection of pre-owned vehicles that are clean and ready. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. We're experts at getting your car financed, whether you have good, bad, or no credit. We purchase vehicles several times a week, so there's always plenty to choose from. Come on in and make a deal today at 21st Century Motors in Gorham or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Four Seasons Synthetic. See them for all your AMSOIL product needs. Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports. And July 18th, if you're not going to Gary's race, you need to be at Bentley Saloon as Archie St. Hilaire brings up the Go Fast Racing number 32 Ford, driven by Matt Diabetadetto, always locally sponsored. Weir's GMC, Mike's Clam Shack. This year, a little surprise on the quarter panels. So really excited about that. Get down to Bentley's, chance to meet a Cup driver up close and personal. We'll be there. I'm not going to make the trek to Seekonk this year, but we'll have coverage from that race. But really excited to have Archie once again supporting Bentley's. Bentley supports him. Kyle Perkins Paving, Bangor Truck and Equipment. I mean, just a lot of local guys getting on board for this race at New Hampshire. And we started the show at the Dragway. Bill Quigley talking about New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Now we're talking about Bentley's, a Cup car, Matt Diabetadetto, Archie. Go down and tell Archie it's nice that he healed up so well from, taking the ball from Mike Maeda on off the noggin. And maybe, listen, you know what you could do? Anybody that brings a baseball and ask Archie to sign it. Bring a baseball, ask Archie to sign it, and we'll get a kick out of that. So have Archie sign a baseball, and I don't know, that'd be pretty funny. So that's what I'm encouraging people to do. Kids, anybody, bring a baseball, ask Archie to sign it. So a little inside joke if anybody was following along on Facebook a couple weeks ago. But that's Bentley's, Wednesday night before the Hall of Parade, which happens Thursday down in New Hampshire. Chance to see a Cup car up close and personal. So we're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, we'll close our show with some past highlights from over at Beach Ridge this past Saturday. 150 green flag laps without a caution. There's some quality drivers right there. 150 laps, green to checkered, great racing throughout the field. I don't know if the win was ever in doubt, but from second on back, there was a lot of great battles. So take a break and we'll come back with some past highlights.
Hi, I'm Andy Austin with exciting news about a new division of Beach Ridge Motor Speedway designed to bring new people to weekly racing. Here's series founder Dan Wolf.
Thanks, Andy. Our goal was to create cheap, easy-to-build race cars, bone stock production cars with a simple 4-point roll cage and proper safety equipment.
We've named them the 21st Century Motors Street Devils. Our 2017 rulebook and schedule are available at beachridge.com and at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
The future of auto racing has always been street car divisions because of the low cost.
Some folks are building cars and sharing the driving duties. There's even an all-star car to allow celebrities to try out the Street Devil and a 2-seat driver's ed car so you can take a few laps.
Get information about our mentor program, low-cost safety equipment, roll cage kits, and videos on how to build one at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
So, form a team, build a car, and come join us this summer as we kick off the 21st Century Motors Street Devil Division at Beach Ridge Motor Speedway.
Football fans, have we got a deal for you? VIP Tour and Charter Bus Company is offering round-trip transportation to Gillette Stadium to watch the New England Patriots make another run for the Super Bowl. Ride in style knowing we're doing the driving. So if you've got a ticket, we've got your ride. It doesn't get any better than that. Just log on to VIPChartercoaches.com, click on the Browse Book Tour button, and book your trip today. It's that simple. Relax and leave the driving to us, and we'll leave the tailgating to you.
Wiscasset Speedway is back, and we have the cure for your need for speed. Maine's biggest and fastest proudly presents 8 featured divisions, including Pro Stocks, late models, 4-cylinder Pro Stocks, modifieds, and more. Plus special features throughout the season, including the Nell Car Legends, the Wicked Good Vintage Racers, the NEMA Midgets, Enduros, and more. All this fun, all this excitement, all for just $5. Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road, Wiscasset. Online at Facebook and WiscassetSpeedway.com.
Field looking for the green flag. Super late models underway. And Garrett Hall hugs the rail, battling wheel to wheel in front of the field with Trevor Sanborn. Sanborn settles into second, in line behind Hall as Reed Lanfer goes to work in the high groove. The 59 testing the top side. Mike Rowe running in fourth there, side by side behind Rose 24 in a battle for 5th position. Oh, they are going right at it in front of the leader. The 94 Garrett Hall battling the 09 Justin Drake. They are in 7th and 8th positions, I believe. Garrett Hall, the 97, Justin Drake, the 09, and here comes Lanfer.
Behind him. What an accomplishment for him.
It's been an exceptional stretch of green flag racing. Only 15 laps remain in our main event. 15 laps to go. Reed Lanfer with a huge lead over Curtis Gary. And a couple of track champions are really showing the Touring Series regulars the quick way around Beech Ridge Motor Speedway tonight.
Top 4 on the scoreboard. Big Beech Ridge Motor Speedway runners. A good night for the local Beech Ridge runners, although Lanfer spending a lot of time on the road in 2018.
Kind of reminds us there where you and I got together 30 years ago calling stuff from the other side of the track when we were watching guys like Bobby Randall and, well, everyone at Hall, the 94, what a battle they've had.
A flawless performance by the 59 of Reed Lanfer. He just mowed them all flat tonight.
It ain't over till it's over. Only 8 laps to go, though. For the Manchester, well, he's not a teenager anymore, up to 20 years old. Maybe next year he'll hit the big 2-1. Seven laps to go for Lanfer. It's a long way back to Curtis Gary in the black number 7. Trevor Sanborn with a great run. The mare in 3rd spot.
Gary gave up so much with his qualifying run, started so deep in the field. Gave Lanfer an opportunity to really pace things out, but who knows if anybody could outrun Reed Lanfer tonight. That car is mighty fast.
And he only needs to keep it up for another 4.5 laps. Less than 5 laps to go, make it 4 as the 59 crosses the line. Reed Lanfer leading Curtis Gary, Trevor Sanborn, Mike Rowe, and D.J. Shaw, your top 5. Brandon Barker, the 88, the only other car on the lead lap, and Barker may have trouble hanging on to that. Now, he's a about a half straightaway better than the leader right now. And Lanfer's going to see the popsicle sticks. Only 2 laps to go. 2 to go. Gary a distant second in car 7. Sanborn in the 29 with a great run. 1 lap to go for Lanfer.
Whoa. He goes under the white flag in 4th position. 1 more time around for the veteran Mike Rowe.
Checkered flag falls for Reed Lanfer. Lanfer wins it in car 59.